Morning. Are you Shalora Dawson? And Ms. Dawson was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the state jail felony offense of abandoning or endangering a child. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Dawson, if I test you this morning, you can have anything in your system?
Oh, no, ma'am. I did.
We're going to double check this morning before we go forward. Have a seat in the jury box.
On my thing, she told me to tell the truth.
Yes.
I bought her the dispensaries and everything, but she said that she was THC.
Right. So did they tell you probably shouldn't be doing that so you don't test positive? So I don't think you're using something illegal?
No, because it wasn't me smoking. It was something like a gummy that was supposed to help relax me.
Right. But if it's going to test positive, then I'm going to assume the worst. So we'll get to that in a minute. I want to test you this morning and see what's in your system, then we'll go forward in a minute. Have a seat over there in that jury box. Ms. Dawson, you tested positive for THC, which I think you anticipated, but you also tested positive for ecstasy or MDMA.
Wait, what? He just said it was a steroid, though. And I got a shot. I went to the hospital. I had a bad UTI. It was bad to the point where they had to give me a shot in my butt. They told me to get in my butt, or right here. I told her I wanted to get in my butt.
When was that?
This last week. But MDMA, like, what is ecstasy?
All right, here's what we're going to do.
No, I don't like that. Like, that's making me look bad. That's making me look bad.
Well, listen, Ms. Dawson, listen.
I don't like
There's worse things in here that are making you look bad than testing positive for that. Just listen. All right, you're going to get your probation. I'm going to do that today, but there's going to be some conditions so that I make sure that you're not using anything that you're not supposed to, including gummies or anything that you think, whatever it is.
And can I tell you this? I'm not an abuser. Last year I was just working for the state of Texas. I'm not an abuser at all. I don't.
Listen.
No, I just wanted to know. Like,
we're going to find out. Then you're not going to have trouble. Listen, Miss Dawson, just pay attention to me for a minute, okay? You're okay, all right? Anything that makes you look bad or that you feel like isn't true, all you have to do, you're going to be on probation, is be successful on probation, and that's all we all want, okay?
No,
so listen, you already told me, you've already said it, okay? I understand that you're not sure what this is. Maybe it's from the shot. It's okay. All right. We're going to make sure from this point forward that you don't have any issues you'll have certain rules on probation to follow, and then there won't be any issues, right?
Yes, but
okay.
I wasn't talking about that. I was just trying to express to you, which I know you did say I was going to have my time to talk. I just want you to know I'm not an abuser.
Okay. You said that.
I don't abuse.
Okay.
Drugs.
You said that. You've already said it.
I told you.
But listen, the most important thing is that you figure out how to get your life together for your child. That's what we're really here about today, that you make better decisions than leaving a 2-year-old in a hotel by themselves. That's what I'm worried about. Do you understand? Not a THC gummy, not whatever other thing that happened today. I want you to get your life together. You're young. You have had issues. I see what's going on with your family in here, but we want to break whatever cycle that you've been a part of so that you can be there for your child. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's what we want. The best for you, the best for your child, for you to be able to make those better decisions. All right. So I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty previously, freely and voluntarily. find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney. I'm going to defer all proceedings, place you on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay the $300 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That is going to include being assessed for any special needs that you need, any counseling, whatever it is you need, we're going to have you assessed for that. And if they say you need to go to a counselor or you need it, whatever it is, those are things to help you, and you're going to be required to do them. Do you understand? You'll obviously be required to test regularly. So any type of gummy, any type of anything, doesn't matter if they say in the shop it won't test positive, don't do any of them. Because even if you go buy it legally, I can't know the difference. It's just going to show up on a test. So don't do any of that. If you need some help with something making you feel better, then go through that counseling and do it the right way through a doctor. Okay?
That's what I was going to tell you. Like, I've been on a medicine that they
Good.
prescribe, like spinal tap.
Good.
I just don't like feeling like dead inside. Taking it. Like,
I know. And I know there's certain medicines and they don't make you feel
that's
great.
my only thing. I just be
But you
feeling
can't.
disconnected from being a parent.
Right. Well, talk to them about that because there's probably other medicines that they can try.
Yeah, I
Okay.
will.
But what you don't want to do is stop taking that medicine and then self-medicate with a gummy or something like that. Okay. That's what you can't do. So continue talking to them. Say, I don't like the way this one makes me feel. Let's try something different. And they'll find something that eventually makes you feel right, kind of in a balance. Okay. If you do everything you're supposed to while you're on this probation, this is an excellent opportunity. You don't have criminal history. You're not going to be a convicted felon. If you successfully complete it, the case gets dismissed at the end. You're going to get to be a mom. You're going to get regular jobs, do all the things that everybody else does, okay? The other side of that is if you violate any condition of probation. So if you don't show up for appointments, you test positive, you get arrested or whatever, you can be brought back in here and you could be found guilty. So you would be a convicted felon. And then you could go to the state jail prison for up to 2 years. Do you understand? All right. You just need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Okay.
And I do want to apologize for me over talking to you. That's not my character.
That's okay. You're nervous. I know you're nervous. I know. We're good. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. Oh, here's the, hold on. I didn't hand this. It's a trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, so you've waived your right to appeal. So just have a seat here in the courtroom and wait for her to call you up. Good morning. You're Marcus Elam? And Mr. Elam was previously in court, pled true to counts 1 through 7 in a motion to revoke unadjudicated probation, on probation for burglary of a habitation. I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
I do.
Are there any additions or corrections to the report?
No, nothing's been finished.
And it was unagreed. Mr. Lewis, you may proceed.
Judge, this is a situation where it's no doubt that Mr. Elam made several mistakes while he was on his probation, not following up on his obligations. After speaking with him, he's been in custody this length of time here. He is definitely, from what he's telling me, willing and wanting to comply with the court's orders, and feels as though he could successfully complete his probation given that opportunity. He understands that his mistakes, has definitely been costly and put him in this decision. He understands that's totally on top of him, and of course he would like to address the court as well as far as his plans for the future, Judge.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry for my actions that I did when I was on probation. And if you really, I would like to start over, get right, live with my family, go back to work, help my mother die, give her bills, and everything else, you know.
Okay.
And Judge, I'm sorry. I was going to say, Judge, if I may, one of the biggest issues I explained and talked to Mr. Elam about was him not reporting like he was supposed to do over that span of time. And he expressed to me that at that time he was dealing with the death of his grandmother, as far as I think she was a big part of his support system. He does have, I've been in contact, several members of his family have contacted me about him, so he does have a support system that's there. I think she was a big part of it. And after she passed away, I think he kind of went astray at that point, my understanding, Judge.
What is the status of the 5 new offenses that are alleged?
I believe they should all be.
What happened? So what was the deadly conduct from August of 2023? What was the outcome of or I guess I'm trying to figure out what happened on all of them.
My understanding, Judge, is he has cases that are pending in misdemeanor court, but nothing here, Judge, that's been accepted as any additional.
I mean, he pled true to the deadly conduct, discharging a firearm, from August 16th of 2023, you know? Can you tell?
I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't look him up after he pled through.
I know, I just want to know if I want to know that, I want to know the evading, the failure to ID from February of this year. I want to know what the status of everything is.
There was an obstruction in 2023 that was dismissed.
Birthday gentleman. Just said unlikely to prove.
I mean, he pled true to it, so obviously there's that. All right, Ms. Malfino, what's the state's position?
Judge, I'm kind of torn on him. Obviously, the concern is the length of time he absconded. I mean, it wasn't just a month or two. They looked for him for almost 2 years, a year and a half at least. And in that interim time period, regardless of them having been filed or refused or whatnot by the intake division, he has pled true to at least the court standard of having committed all of those new offenses while on probation, although he has no felony convictions. It looks to me like you ordered him to ISF cognitive in 23. Mr. Lewis had made mention that he never went. I don't know if they didn't have a bed for him and eventually he timed out of that, or something happened and the new offenses came up and they would take him.
I think when he had the prior MTRP, I don't know if it was at the new case or a prior MTRP, I'm not sure, but ISF was ordered, but at some point, I guess he timed out or something because he was released from the jail.
Do you have a record of that?
He hasn't been. He wasn't able to due to pending legal issues at the time, and he was ordered to complete moral recognition therapy in lieu of, but he never.
So it was the new offenses that were holding him up.
Correct.
You get an opportunity to be on probation for a burglary of a habitation, and I'm want to really make sure I've got this right. So you get deferred probation for burglary of a habitation, 2nd-degree felony. You get out, you commit 3 new offenses, 2 deadly conducts, discharging a firearm, and an assault family violence on that same day. Regardless of what's come of those cases, you've admitted that something happened on those that day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you come in front of me on a motion to revoke your probation. I say, okay, let's give you an opportunity to go to ISF. But because I guess something else must have been pending, maybe misdemeanors or something, you don't go to ISF. So you end up just getting out, getting another opportunity, and then you go and evade arrest or detention and fail to ID. We're back here again. And you want to start over and you're sorry. Think about how that sounds. And you just quit going for 2 years, a year and a half, year and 7 months. You just think you were going to get to be out and we were going to forget about you? You know, I mean, how old are you now?
23.
23. You started this when you were 19. Feel like you're not taking advantage and you're not growing up and making better decisions.
And I think Ms. Isaac tried to work with him when he would show up to work with her. So, I mean, I don't object to revocation, Judge, and the opportunity that we've given him.
I mean, I don't know that it makes sense for me to do anything else. And it's just so frustrating, honestly, for me, for the young people to keep coming in here with offenses that have to do with shooting while you're on probation for a felony. You're shooting. Then you get out again and you violate again and you take off. So I can't give you a fourth shot. That you've had your shots. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 7 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 6 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was not an agreement. You need to sign that and you'll get a copy of it. You do have some rights to appeal. You can talk to Mr. Lewis about that. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Lewis. Good luck to you. You can go back with the bailiff.
And there you have it. 2 very different women, standing in front of the same judge, facing the same choice. Miss Pratt, battling serious health issues, still making decisions that could land her back in jail. The judge gave her a warning and a drug patch. What she does next is on her. And Shalora Dawson, tested positive for not 1, but 2 substances on the day of her sentencing. But the judge still gave her a chance. 3 years probation, no felony conviction, if she stays clean and gets her life together for her child. The courtroom doesn't just hand out punishment. Sometimes it hands out second chances. The question is, will they take it? If you want more real courtroom moments like this, hit that subscribe button right now. New cases every week. Don't miss what's coming next.